I look relatively basic today. I don't know why. Well, hello there. We haven't done this series in a while, but today I'll be talking about a bunch of indie bands we like, but you might not know them yet for some reason. And this series is ironically called No Name because we still didn't really come up with any good title for that. It's sort of like an introduction to just really nice, cool new music for you to discover and fall in love with. Starting off fast with a British now 5-piece band called Formation. We actually talked about Formation in our very first South by Southwest video way back spring last year, because apparently they performed at South by Southwest 2016. Since that, a lot of things happened. The biggest thing being, of course, the release of their debut album, A Look at the Powerful People. Formation do perform this electronic, dance, pop, punk music. It's a little bit hard. I mean, it's still not describing their stuff in its entirety. You have to listen to at least a couple of their tracks and watch their amazing music videos. One of those was directed by Mike Skinner. When I found out about that, I was really excited because seeing artists like that collaborate is everything. Now with the album you have plenty of material to dive yourself into. Talking my favorite tracks on that record, the opener, Drugs, was probably the very first song I've heard from that band, which got me immediately hooked from the start, from the very first drum beats. Very good thinking to put this as an opener for a debut. I like the bass line of this track a lot. I like the vocal performance charisma on it. The only thing that kind of puts me off is the chorus, with kind of glorifying synths and repeating drugs over and over again in high tone, but I mean, you get used to it by the end. The chorus I do like a lot on this album is on Powerful People. Formation may lack some adventurous way of songwriting, but if you forget about some simplicity in the lyrics and start to appreciate the intellectual undertone of this pop music, basically, it works really well. Back Then is an amazing track. I really like the bass line and synths work, plus the tiny piano cameo and this sax/guitar instrumental chaos by the end. This track has a lot of groove and energy to it. It was cool to see Ben's more melancholic sides on a track called Gods. This is a really smooth sing-along piece with a great guitar melody, and from Ben's more raw, more relaxed vocal performance, I feel like it really fits the mood at this point on the record. A Friend is another band's hit with a beautiful video. I do recommend you to watch that and think about that. The song's most exciting parts for me are those short interludes between the parts and amazing heart-wrenching choruses. And I feel like this might be the strongest lyrics they've shared so far. I like another track from them, earlier track, which never made it to the album. It's one of their EPs. It's called Love, and it's just beautiful. You have to listen to it. Take It All Away if you're more into slow, weird stuff. Do recommend you that. I mean, yeah, check out Formation. Give them some love. Next, I want to talk about In Heaven. Great 4-piece collective from South London who will drop their debut album probably this year. I'm not sure, but I think they will. They play this grunge, shoegaze, dirty music, combining it with some pretty pleasing, nice visuals and a very classic grunge manner, especially for bands with blonde female vocalists. I'm not saying anything, but I mean, as long as the formula appeals to the crowd and as long as you're making quality tunes, good for you. We were lucky to have one of the releases on vinyl. It's an exclusively pressed vinyl of 2 of the tracks, Treats and Wasted My Life on Rock and Roll, sent out to us by the lovely people from Flying Vinyl. If you do not know what is Flying Vinyl, stop everything right now. Go Google it. Perhaps even subscribing to the monthly vinyl supply of amazing new music. For example, the latest collab for April will be guest hosted by Transgressive Records. We love this record label with all of our hearts, so I'm kind of dying to get this bundle, so you know what to get me on my birthday now. Flying Vinyl, they even have a music festival coming up quite soon. We'd die to be there because the lineup with some of those newcomer bands is a killer. If you have a chance, go experience that. If you have spare money, go waste it on something beautiful and timeless, like these gorgeous vinyl sets. That one also included vinyls from Goddamn, a hard rock grunge duo, love the cover. Puma Blue, beautiful lo-fi bedroom recorded music. Love Jacob's vocals. And 2 tracks from very young British indie rock band called Trash. And there's actually another one in a bunch, but I will talk about it just in a second. Coming back to INHEAVEN, check out the pink transparent vinyl, by the way. It's so gorgeous, look at that, oh my god, so bubbly. Remember the grunge aesthetic I was talking about? Yeah. Well, the music is much more heavy than that, and nothing resembles a bubbly. Treats, for example, is this really enraged, longing anthem, I'd say. Instrumentals do punch you in all the right ways. Chloe's voice flows and reads through quite decently written lyrics. There's a great sing-along chorus, nice guitar solo. Everything is in the right place in this track. And Wasted My Life on Rock and Roll, in opposite, has this really different, beautiful bar, heartbroken karaoke in the middle of drunk Saturday night kind of moment. It's sad, it's beautiful, it's very soulful. Songs I also do like you to listen to are All There Is. Baby's Alright, love that track so much. It heavily revives the 70s for me, as well as another one called Beta Town. I really want to see more grunge and shoegaze bands climbing up the Brit festival stages. Make that happen, please. And as I mentioned before, the other vinyl coming up with that bundle was by Johnny Lloyd. Beautiful white pressed version of 2 of his tracks, Pilgrims and Dreamland. Now, I've heard of Johnny quite a long time ago, in February last year actually. I even saw him and his band perform live, supporting the Maccabees in Barcelona on their European tour. Those are actually connected. I don't think Johnny is signed with Yellow Records, founded by Felix White of the Maccabees, but I think for sure Hugo White of the Maccabees actually produced some of the tracks on Johnny's upcoming album, including Pilgrims. I really like this track. This is a really easygoing rock and roll kind of piece. Very LA and very black and white, just as the cover would suggest. We also have Dreamland, produced by one and only Jamie T. Wow! I definitely can hear some of his hand-crafting tunes and elements. Even Johnny's vocals are a bit different on that track. Those gongs, the acoustic guitar, the female back vocalist. It's a very cute, ballady rock and roll track. Johnny has a bunch of great tracks which I admit only got to me after seeing him perform live, but hey, I'm pretty sure there are people who really dig this kind of soft rock and roll appeal. Check out the tracks Hello Death and the latest Running Wild. I really love that track, love the melancholy vibe. More bands with soon to be released albums. Pumarosa from London coming up with a studio effort in May. So far they don't really have that much songs out there, but I still want to talk about them because I really like that band. We also saw them live last summer at Melt Festival. I believe we even filmed some of it, so be sure to check out that video. I still am quite proud of how that one turned out. Pumarosa, they're magical live. They have this insane amount of energy and charisma about them that got me, you know, completely hypnotized by their gig. I don't even remember all of the tracks, but I do remember liking pretty much every and each one. From the officially released studio versions of those, I do really recommend you to listen and to watch the music video for the latest Dragonfly. The unusual, beautiful, almost Björk-like vocal delivery. I don't really want to compare, but it does remind you of Björk, just a tiny bit, and who wouldn't want to be compared to Björk, am I right? There's some shivering synths, brighter guitar riffs on the choruses, some groovy bass. This band, they do mix the recognizable soft indie rock with ice-fused electronic parts and beats, and it sounds honestly great. And I do like their lyrical approach as well. Also a huge fan of the track called Priestess. I think you can catch the magic and the charisma I was talking about before. This is a very strong track. Cecile is also very beautiful, very melodic, very almost flirtatious like. I'm really looking forward to their debut work, and we might even review it at some point. Even less release-rich bands for you out there. There's a new band on the horizon called Pale Waves from Manchester, and they have this song called As Honey, with this really simple, full peach black background cover, and inside very pleasant female vocals. It's very sugary, kind of like classic indie pop rock. And the production on that track heavily reminded me of someone, of the 1975 to be exact, because they actually produced the track and the influence on it is heavy. I never saw Pale Waves play live, and on that matter, never heard any other tracks from them yet, but hearing this song made me feel like we might have a real nice indie pop rock collective, the 1975 style, with female vocalists on the rise, and I am excited. Last but not least, some absolute exclusive for you. We had a chance to listen to it and share it with you. There's a band called Holy Matrimony from Manchester, and they have a new EP on the way called Dearly Beloved Part 1. I wonder if there's a Part 2 coming up shortly after that. So Holy Matrimony play this funky electro-pop songs. I really enjoyed some of the electronic production on those. Tracks I enjoyed the most from this EP were Dearly Beloved, which has this really epic vibe to it, very ambitious and loud, with almost Stranger Things like synths during the verses, which I liked. Some bittersweet slower pieces like Finer Things, with some great guitar features, and once again louder, very arena-centered choruses. Band got plans, I can tell. And from the tracks I've checked out aside this EP, I really liked In a Dream of You, really enjoyed the guitar on it. So Holy Matrimony, of course there's a room for improvement, but man, so far they sound real fun and very ambitious, which is always important. And I feel like they could soundtrack some sort of teenage young adult romantic comedy movie. Interesting. That's the limit for today. We still have so many bands we want to talk about, but I guess next time. In the comments down below, let us know what do you think about all of those artists and their amazing music. Also, if you know a new yet not so known band out there, write it down, we'll check it out and we might include it in the next video like this. We hope you're doing well and listening to a lot of great new music. And in the best tradition of this channel, that's it for now. Peace out.